Hello, air signs, all my Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses. This is Jen with Lighthouse Oracle, and first of all, welcome to my channel. I am bringing you the first of many readings to come. This is a little series I'm doing for the elemental signs, so I'm putting out 4 different readings, one for each element. I did water and fire first, so if you want to, this will all be out pretty much at the same time, but if you have any, I'm reading for sun, moon, or rising signs, so if you have certain elements, placements, like for instance me, I'm a Leo sun and a Pisces moon, so if you're interested you can watch like the fire sign and the water sign, whatever you like. So today we're going to be talking about what we are leaving behind in 2020 and what are the lessons learned in 2020 that can help us in 2021. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's see. I've already shuffled my oracle decks, and then I'll go in and clarify with tarot cards. This will just be the kind of overall topic of the reading, and then, we'll just kind of see where intuition takes us. Okay, so air signs, let's see what the topic is. Let's go here. Ooh, flexibility. Okay. So the main focus that was this kind of is calling to the, flexibility of how we conduct ourselves day to day, regardless of what changes come into our lives. And I feel like this would be a great foundation, building. 2020 kind of was like I don't want to say a test run, but more like a building blocks of how flexible we are to change. And let me just put this deck aside. I'm just holding on to it for dear life. But in regards to flexibility, it's really in the number 9, which, 9 may be a very significant number for you, but flexibility also talks, just adaptable to change. Air signs are very kind of like, they're very thoughtful and very analytical, and sometimes we can get ourselves into analysis paralysis, where we just lay out every single path and just like analyze it to death, and basically just like, and you find that even after analyzing all the different options and choices you can make, you're still here, and so I think the main focus of 2020 was to build your flexibility, allow you to be more flexible, allow you to be more creative, and and that would be your building foundation, like your building block into 2021, right? You're going in 2021 more flexible because 2020 was super unexpected. I didn't think this, like, I don't think anybody could have told you that this was gonna happen. Science, but like, no one expected this kind of change, and it really, really kind of tested our skills and our ability to be flexible, whether it was, sudden layoffs, sudden job loss, suddenly you have to move, or, a lot of changes, you have to adjust to staying at home all the time, things like that. And it really did shift something in us to become more flexible. There is a meme that comes to mind, and it's like it was like a little picture of like a bunch of like cartoon figures like standing behind a wall and using a stick to pry open a door, and on the door it says 2020 or 2021, I'm sorry. And it's like, we're just kind of peeking in. But what it's really focusing on here is, you know, bravo, first of all. Bravo to you, you know, for being so flexible and not letting and being adaptable to whatever 2020 has brought. And, you know, sometimes I wish we could just like cut it off at New Year's and be like, we just started over and nothing happens and everything's back to normal. But, you know, our life is a continual process. You know, we go through cycles, but it continuously carries forward, if that makes sense. So right off the bat, and also this card is about the sacral chakra. It looks a little darker orange, but the symbol there is for the sacral chakra, which has a lot to do with, you know, how you feel and your feeling and kind of that, like the passion, like things that, like, you know, give you drive, and being flexible, you know. And also I'm just getting this, stretching may help too. Maybe, you know, sometimes being too stiff is actually doing you more harm than good. So just kind of like let it go. Do some yoga. Maybe you need to do some yoga. But this is just the first card I'm drawing, so I'm going to move on to the second. Oh, and all of the information about, you know, private readings or any of the decks that I've used in this reading will be in the description box below. But if I've been, you know, out of my head today, but this is the chakra reading cards, and the deck I'm using here is the spell casting oracle cards. And so let's just see if there's any other, what is it about flexibility that we need to know? Okay. Ooh, good luck. Ooh, interesting. So I do see I see this. Oh, this is a very, I feel like the tides have turned for you, air signs. And this is like, I mean, of course it's like a good luck card. So as long as you remain flexible, you know, be open to the change, welcome change, and, you know, just kind of like go with the flow. Be like air, right? Air, like a breezy air, just like, you know, it doesn't resist, it just goes with, and you will be in so much luck. I see there's like, if you can see, there's little ladybugs, there's this cat, and the cat has a crown on it, and I see there's a little gnome or like a leprechaun back here, but there's so much little like good luck, like goodies in here. Cats are also very, you know, independent creatures, and very, you know, and dragonflies, which dragonflies resemble truth, and they resemble, you know, honesty. Like, it's a very, I just feel very good vibes with this card. So I think as long as you maintain your flexible nature that you have grown through 2020 and carry that into 2021, more good luck will come to you. And maybe you've just found yourself lucky, you know, just even making it through 2020 has been very fortunate and just so lucky for a lot of us. And yeah, so I keep rambling on. I try to commit myself to, I've done 2 readings so far, and I've been trying to commit myself to making these shorter, and because I just ramble, but I love talking. And oh man, if I could just, ooh, that was interesting. I feel like one like flew out, but anyways, so let's just go into the tarot and kind of like like maybe clarify that good luck. I kind of feel like, you know, maybe this year is a year of good luck. Ooh, the Four of Pentacles is out first. Oh, this is, and I forgot to mention in my fire sign reading, the tarot deck that I used, which if you happen to be on an air sign that has fire placements and are interested in watching the fire sign reading, I use the Light Seers tarot deck there. But here, this is the Everyday Witch Tarot. I love this deck. It just makes me feel good. I feel like connected, and it really gives me a good picture of everything. So let's see how many cards. Maybe like 3 or 4. Okay, this one wanted to come out. And then, let's see, there's the, and please, ooh, okay, let's see. I guess we'll just take that in reverse. Do we need anything else? Okay, well, I guess we're gonna take that, and that will be, anything else? This is, you know, sometimes, you know, we want certain things to go a certain way, but knowing tarot and being an intuitive reader, it hardly does happens that way. And, you know, you just gotta let spirit speak, and it wants us to know these things. So I have the Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Swords, which is interesting because there's a lot of air, which this is an air sign reading, so this is for you. It's funny, is there anything else? Oh, yep, okay. I'm just gonna, that's it? Okay. Thank you. Ooh, and the Page of Wands. So I do see, so I'll just go ahead and explain each card really quick, just kind of like what they mean in general, and then I'll give you like the picture I see. So the Four of Pentacles, it really talks about stability, you know, but it also can be like a stingy card, like a fear of change. So maybe, and I kind of just noticed this, that I say this a lot too, is I say we, but, you know, because technically we're all one source, but that's off tangent. Anyways, Four of Pentacles, it, you know, it could mean like long-term stability. You know, you worked hard and to get where you are, and you have like your coin, you made your coin, but you've made like X amount, and but you're so hell-bent on keeping it that you're not willing to get up and see anything else. So that's the Four of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles generally means like an offer, a raise, you know, something tangible, like, so earth, I see, so let's just see, I see earth, air, and then just like a little bit of fire. So it's a pretty good spread. But yeah, Ace of Pentacles generally means like, you know, an offer, like a tangible offer. The Five of Swords in reverse, it generally means like releasing tension. So upright, it could be like conflict, tension, hostility, like kind of like a argumentative kind of vibe. But in reverse, I see this being released. Like we're trying to, you know, go be flexible and not have so much tension within, you know, we hold a lot of our stress in our body too. So, you know, referring back to my first, like before I even started, when I drew this card, you know, maybe stretching, you know, not getting so tense, letting yourself loosen up a bit. We also have the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Page of Wands. The Knight of Swords, so these are very, I see this is very like young energy. The Knight of Swords can be very quick-witted, but it could also be hasty, like moving without thinking or speaking without thinking. So swords have a lot to do with like our mentals, our thought process, the way we think, and our communication and how we communicate And with the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords here, I do feel like there's like a growing here. So honestly, this should be flipped like this. Like these two came out at the same time, but it should be like this. We're growing from the Page to a Knight. So it's like we've discovered the sword, and it's like, oh wow, we have all this power, and we're putting we figured out our voice. We found our voice in 2020, and we're moving on into 2021 with so much vigor and so much, just going all in. But what I'm also getting from this is to kind of like, from this Page of Wands especially, to kind of like analyze where you've been so you can see your next steps. Because, you can move in so quickly and you can just blurt everything out, and maybe you say something you don't mean to say, or, swords cut, and maybe, you don't want to just like go in piercing and just start piercing something that you don't want. So for looking at this in totality, your good luck will come when you learn to release a little bit, when you learn to, release the tension and the conflict, and you look ahead and you see all of these are looking up and ahead. And this guy, I'm like really focused on this guy right here. So maybe, you've worked so hard to get to where you are now, but you're unwilling to see the window of opportunity that's open. And so you're still, it's like, you have all this possession now, you have you have your bag, now what? What was it for? If not to give and explore and continue to grow. And I see like this cat as kind of like being, a little, like a little part of you that's like, I want to seek, like that inkling, that little gut nudge that spirit's trying to ask you. This like your spirit guide's like, hey, go outside, maybe you gotta expand your horizons, don't be stuck. Change is the only thing that's constant, and we've experienced that with 2020 with the constant change, and it is actually asking you to be more flexible with the change. And when you're more flexible, you open yourself to more things coming in, to more tangible things coming in, to more abundance coming in. And I feel like I'm hearing speak it into existence, which also still require it's like, look how far you've come. Look how far. And then this one too, at first I was kind of looking at this like, oh, you want to like leave the past behind you, but it's also kind of like, look at where you've been and the things that you've experienced to get you this far, and what you learned from getting this far to your next move. And I see here, it's interesting here, like up here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like the leaves here and they're like changing color. So it's like, we're always in the season of change. Change is always happening. But if you prepare yourself, and if you know like what you need to know, which in this case, I am telling you, flexibility, and be adaptable, that is going to help you in 2021. So I'm gonna, and another interesting thing is there's like a cat here, and there's like cats, and it's funny, I chose a different tarot deck for each sign, for each element. And I love the synchronicity of the cat being here, and also because there's generally like at least one cat in every card in this deck. and cats may be really important to you, or just like the energy of a cat. The cat is very independent, very free, like thinking, you know, they're a little spicy, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, it's kind of that they're also loyal too. If they like you, they'll love you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ever met a cat that's like, they're generally like super sketch with you in the beginning, and then, you know, you take care of it, you nurture it, you know, become friends with it, then they'll just come to you. Then they'll ask you for the cuddles. You don't have to keep reaching out and then, you know, suffer from the little pat, 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 you know, that cats do. And that's what this, like, acting so hasty and hastily here, there is a growth and the maturity, and that is coming if you're willing and if you're flexible for it. I do see that for you, air signs. And I did want to keep this short, so I hope I kept this short enough, because I am feeling myself rambling. So I'm gonna just pick some letters. I do plan on doing charm readings, included in the future, but let's see, are there any letters? I mean, I'm still working on getting my charm collection up, but for now we have a little satchel of letters. So let's see what letters come out. Maybe there are words, maybe there are initials. Let's see what we have today. Here we go. Okay, so we have an S. I think it looks like this. S, an L. I'm hearing S and L. Saturday Night Live. Maybe there's something there watching that. There's an episode, maybe. I'm not sure. And then I have a V, an L, an M, and another E, which I see sleeve. Sleeve? Sleeve. Sleeve. Just missing another E, I guess. Or Eve. Maybe New Year's Eve. Oh my gosh. Maybe something. Maybe you get like that epiphany in New Year's Eve. Maybe you get like a great idea on how to bring this good luck to you in New Year's Eve. Maybe you get lucky on New Year's Eve. Also, what else am I getting? I have LV, Louis Vuitton, Las Vegas. Shout out to Las Vegas, my hometown. What's up? Also me, which, you know, it could be, I see here like sell, which is like self, but more like self-care, you know, putting more thought and, you know, being flexible with you. Because sometimes, especially with overthinkers, we think ourselves analysis paralysis, and then we're so hard on ourselves, and you don't give us enough credit, and you don't give yourself enough credit. And I just want to say that you're doing just fine. You know, just gotta loosen up a little bit, and you're doing okay, and you're doing so great. And you are appreciated. I just want to say that. If you haven't been told that recently, that you're appreciated, I just want to tell you that you're appreciated. And maybe there are some initials here or names or something, but I'm just gonna put that there. So this is your reading. I'm gonna leave this here. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already to my channel. If this reading resonated with you, please leave it in the comments, you know, what you think, what kind of readings I should do in the future. I love suggestions and criticisms. I might start crying, but you know, it's okay. Like, I need it so I can grow, because I want to learn, because I love tarot reading, and I just want to keep bringing you guys this experience. And I be sure to check out the description box for any further details. For now I do private pre-recorded readings. I do have a website. I post blogs on there too, so that will be down in the description box too. And I really do hope that you come and see me again soon. I do think the next time I will be posting is right after the new year. So yeah, be sure to be on the lookout for that. And I appreciate you so, so, so much. It cannot be said enough if you see this reading and it resonated. And I wish you a very happy new year, a very blessed movement forward, and I do hope that you come and see me again soon. Okay? Bye.